kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Gets around him. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. On first down, Breeze. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 32 that time. Breeze now on first down. Going for the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Kazin. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Ryan on second down. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
21, wait. Let go.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. They needed 17 on 3rd down, and that's exactly what they got. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to it. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And shutting him off, now open field. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Flush to his right. This throw caught right around the 6. The ball comes out. The Saints say they have it, and they do. In our meetings this week, they kind of tipped us off. They wanted to play ultra-aggressive, forcing fumbles. They just did that right there.
They took it to the next level, didn't they? You're exactly right, because everyone talks about being aggressive on defense and tackling well, but they were talking about getting after the football, making sure the ball was stripped out each and every time they lined up someone to get them on the ground.
And the adjustment working early.
21.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Breeze now on first down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there of 22.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They come out here in the eye. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Dwayne Washington taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Lutz now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Flushed out right. Connects with Sanu right side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down. From midfield now, here's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, You'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have back on their heels.
And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On third down, that's Coleman. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Here's Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Takk McKinley in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
21.
On second down, here's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Two.
Breeze going to try and throw on third down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. After the interception, here's Ryan. Being chased out left. The left side completion to Jones. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
On second down, here's Ryan. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And now it's third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On third down, Ryan. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Cameron Jordan coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down.
Hey, let's go. Hey, Tuesday. 5:25.
And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now it's the backup, Bridgewater. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the gun, Bridgewater. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And an alley to run. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Flush to his right. And his throw is incomplete. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall...
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. On second down, Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The Falcons on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Gun!
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Cameron Jordan getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Here's Ginn. He won't go down. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole that closed there quickly at the end. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he'll let it fly. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Ted Ginn, 35 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
And here now come the Falcons. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He's going to wind up in it. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 54 yards. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. Bridgewater on first down. And this will be incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there of 22. On first, here's Washington. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The second down throw for Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you off sides. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back now here on EA Sports.
Go. Gun. Break.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Flushed out right. He's airing it out for Sanu. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Escaping the pressure right. He's airing it out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Vic Beasley in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Bridgewater now on second down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. On third down, Bridgewater looking deep downfield. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 51 yards. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman from 3 yards out. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Bridgewater to throw it. Flush to his right. That's caught by Meredith right side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Bridgewater here to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Back to throw. Rolling to his right. And that'll be incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. He's back to throw. It's caught. Jones. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First down now, but that clock rolling.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their number one receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints coming out now to take the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll look to throw. Thomas has got it. Complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to throw. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Atlanta now coming out on the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everybody.